What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another halfway music review. We got a recommendation this evening coming at y'all. It's Aesop Rock's Jumping Coffin. I've heard a lot of Aesop stuff back in the day. Like Rings, Kirby, what was another one I heard? Mystery Fish. There's been a handful of songs that I've heard by him, but I have not heard this one. I know Aesop is his lyrics are a little out there, a little different than typical, but he usually has some pretty decent rhyme schemes to be able to put the words that he puts together, and I expect nothing less from this. Really curious about this video. Looks like it's gonna be an animated one, very stick figure based. Not sure. I know a lot of his other videos are really good. Like I remember Rings watching that one. I was like, that's pretty wild. And then Kirby is just an absolute adorable video between like the puppet and then the cat itself. So I'm excited for this. We'll shut up and hop on into this. You guys already know all the YouTube stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, yada yada yada. If you do it, it's greatly appreciated, and I thank you for it. But without any further ado, let's hop on into this thing. This cord always getting tangled up. Alrighty. Beat though.
I'm I'm a slow burn, crawl around the road, work something from the other side, clawing at the known world. Cup up all your cookies with the autumn incarnate heel city. By the time your eyes adjusted to the darkness, parts uncharted, always.
That intro. Oh, okay. What was slow burn, crawl around the road, work something, crawling on the. Let's go back. That was a little bar though. I like that. And then the whole eyes adjusted to the dark. Like what?
I'm I'm a slow burn, crawl around the road, work something from the other side, clawing at the known world. Cup up all your cookies with the autumn incarnate heel city. By the time your eyes adjusted to the darkness, parts uncharted, always find the corners cozy. You can send your fastest riders, I return the horses lonely. Controller, the locals only note the lucky.
You can send your fastest rider. I'll return the horses lonely. Okay, Aesop. Okay.
City. By the time your eyes adjusted to the darkness, parts uncharted, always find the corners cozy. You can send your fastest riders, I return the horses lonely. Controller, the locals only note the lucky charms and army jacket. When you're at, he's in the heart of the Darby Dragons. I know, no solicitors, waves away as visitors. From 10 minutes in front of a tainted energy signature. Still bullseye and womp raps from the scenic route. Sugar in his coffee like a seance in the TV room. The cheek swab came back half amazing. Half of what he make end up on his lab apron. It's quieter than most, I'm mostly mastering the science of keeping one's composure while the limbic system's lighting up. Some try to combat any kind of
That last line, keeping your composure while the limbic system's lighting up. You know what a limbic system is? It's like your need for survival, like food, housing, like you got all that going on, but like you're keeping your composure while your limbic system's Aesop. Aesop. You rocking it. I'm this chorus sounded like it was gonna be a little banger here. So let's take it back. Get that chorus in the full.
while the limbic system's lighting up. Some try to combat any kind of odd force trying to make contact. Nah, let it in, let it in. Let it in, let it in.
I like that.
Some try to stonewall any kind of woo-woo trying to make a phone call. Nah, let it in, let it in. Let it in, let it in.
Okay.
Let it in, let it in. 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 Bring around a revenant, let it in. Said he wasn't ready yet, he never left the Etch-a-Sketch. Stuck around for more than just a parlor trick or flickering fluorescence. Had a couple still to visit with a million pressing questions like, where were you the night of? What are you traversing Earth in spite of? How are you adjusting to the triumph? I'm asking for a friend who caught a loss and never surfaced. Simply curled up in his cubby, shutting down the central nervous. Look, float up in an urgent care, a checkerboard of blurry squares.
Time out. That little couple coming in with questions like, "Where were you the night of?" What was that? Let's take that back a little bit. The whole setup to the whole central nervous line, like that was curled up in a cubby with the shutdown of the central nervous. What?
The etch a sketch, stuck around for
Here we
more than
go.
just a parlor trick or flickering fluorescence. Had a couple still to visit with a million pressing questions like, where were you the night of? What are you traversing Earth in spite of? How are you adjusting to the triumph? I'm asking.
Like, what are you traversing in Earth in spite of? Like, did what are you adjusting to the? How are you adjusting to the triumph? Like, what's your goal on this Earth, and how are you dealing with the success? And to go into this next little bit.
Night of, what are you traversing Earth in spite of? How are you adjusting to the triumph? I'm asking for a friend who caught a loss and never surfaced. Simply curled up in his cubby, shutting down the central nervous. Look, float up in an urgent care, a checker.
Basically asking for a friend that never made. Ooh, that's I like that. I like that.
The surface, simply curled up in his cubby, shutting down the central nervous. Look, float up in an urgent care, a checkerboard of blurry squares. Flowers in the lobby shrivel back into the earthenware. Humans in the lobby holding crosses up. I understand the caution, but some of you just want to see the coffin jump until the coffin jump. Then it's what I call a pump. Didn't even get to where he coughing blood and talking tongues. Not to mention once you hassle the horde, it doesn't matter how much furniture you stack at the door. Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Like his lyrics, some of like sometimes I'm like, where's he going with this? And like he ties it back around, but like the way he's able to put those schemes together and like certain words are just like not very. It's just weird how he's able to put his lyrics together and his rhyme schemes, but they always end up making a nice connection. I like it. I love Aesop for that.
It doesn't
It's
matter
very
how much
different.
furniture you
And
stack
like
at the
it's different. His voice is very it stands out. Like anytime I hear Aesop on anything, I'm like Aesop. Like you just there's it's just that voice. Like you just know it.
door. Yeah. Some try to combat any kind of odd force trying to make contact. Nah. Let it in, let it in. Let it in, let it in. Some try to stonewall any kind of woo-woo trying to make a phone call. Nah. Let it in, let it in. 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 Hand-drawn map, crossover, crossback. Calling from the flight deck, I collect dog tags. Tall grass, asphalt, or soil flat. Soul jazz like an alphabet to soul bass. Bratty to the basic anatomy of a nest.
Collect dog tags. You if you know, you know. And there was a line earlier, the Lucky Charms and army jackets. Like I don't know if that's a reference to the dog tags, but it's there. It's there.
From the flight deck, I collect dog tags. Tall grass, asphalt, or soil flat. Soul jazz like an alphabet to soul bass. Bratty to the basic anatomy of a nest stare. Passing through the old Manhattan ectoplasm everywhere. Pack a second teddy bear, I'm headed for the panic. Take a second for some bacon, take his head off when in transit. I don't coexist, I don't exist. Even JC missing with the loaves and fish. You feel dementia gonna
I I don't coexist. I don't exist. Even JC miss you with the loaves and fish. Bruh. that's that's a stupid line.
exist, I don't exist. Even JC missing with the loaves and fish. You feel dementia getting closer like the devil getting over. Now his antennas are roaming for radio Terra Nova going. Shh, shh, sir, I think we've got a signal. It's fuzzy, but they're playing one that wasn't from the hymnal. I'm a faint scent of sulfur, I'm the source of the ooze. I'm security tape of a glowing orb in the room. Sup?
Hey, okay. Oh, it's Aesop, man. It's Aesop. He's unique, man. He is unique in himself. The way he's able to put together words is just sometimes it's like, what do you say? Oh, that's what you're saying. Okay, like it just you have to sit there and really take it in. Um, I really love that song. The chorus, probably my favorite part. Like the verses were solid. Um, I've heard like personally this ain't his best work. Um, but it was solid. And the chorus, the let it in, and then also the what was that? Those intro lines before the let it in that he went back and forth on in the chorus. I really like those two. I don't remember what he said. I'd have to go back and check it out. Um, but it was I liked it. Um, and the video wasn't all that, but it wasn't bad. But I will say I liked how at the end there was that rabbit, and then it like went into like that static, which tied into some of his last words about the antennas, the static, something talking about the devil or whatever. And it went. I don't even know if you heard that on the mic. Um, whatever. This ain't an ASMR video. Um, but then it did that little like old VHS like static TV feel, and then it cut over into like real life, and then it had the rabbit graffitied on the wall. That was a nice little touch. But then the jumping coffins name of the song, with the skeleton on a skateboard. It all works. It was a solid song, really solid song. Like I said, this was a recommendation, and if you guys do have a recommendation or a song you like me to react to, review, even if I've already heard it, those videos will be more of a breakdown video. I got one coming out soon. Somebody recommended that I heard a few years back, but it's a banger, and I want to get it out to you guys, give you my thoughts and opinions. So if you have that, drop it in the comments. It's much appreciated. And yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this one. So until next time, peace.